It's ironic and lamentable, really, isn't it, that Tom Hunt wasn't the only Conservative member of Parliament to have forgotten his ID. Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson, the man who brought in this ridiculous expectation that you have to have an ID. We don't have ID cards. If we had ID cards, maybe there would be some sense in saying that we have to have ID before going to a polling station. We get sent cards in the post, polling cards that should be sufficient ID for voting in a general election or a local election. But Boris Johnson seemed to think that there was sufficient reason to bring in this photo ID rubbish. Well, he's been caught out with it as well. About 14,000 people were unable to vote in last year's local elections in England as a result of the new rules, and I'm sure there's plenty of people this time. There might well be 22 acceptable forms of ID, including passport, driving licence, older, disabled persons, bus passes, Oyster 60-plus cards, and so on. I think I've only got one form of photo ID, and I didn't have that for a long time because I was trying to get my passport renewed. So, in fact, for much of the last year, even if I'd wanted to vote, I couldn't have done so. The change was rolled out last year with the local elections in May 2023, but there are plenty of other ways to get a permission to vote. You can apply to the council for some sort of identity. But I find it ironic and frankly entertaining that Boris Johnson has been hoisted with his own petard.